Hello, and welcome back to ROAD TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today is episode number 434. The category is Brainy Tuesday number 10. Now, as you know, Brainy Tuesdays are the 21-question trivia quiz that are more difficult than the rest of the week. If you're good at a Brainy Tuesday quiz, you're going to do just fine on the rest of the week's quizzes. So good luck on today's. Question 1. What is the title of the six-book, 16th century epic poem by Edmund Spenser, starring Venus, the angel Gabriel, Adam and Eve, Despair, King Arthur, and the heroine, Queen Elizabeth? The answer is The Fairy Queen. Question number 2. The loss of weight an object seems to incur when it is placed in a liquid is equal to the weight of the liquid it displaces. Who was it that first discovered this principle while taking a bath in the 3rd century BC? The answer is Archimedes. Question number 3. This northern Italian city is home to the world-famous opera house known as La Scala and the church which houses Leonardo da Vinci's famous fresco, The Last Supper. What is the name of this capital city of Lombardy? The answer is Milan. Question number 4. William coined the phrase stream of consciousness, while Henry employed the technique in his many novels. What was the last name of these two famous brothers? The answer is James. William and Henry James. Question number 5. A baseball pitcher winding up for a pitch shows the wide range of motion that this joint permits. What is the name for the type of joint that connects the arm to the shoulder and the legs to the hips? The answer is the ball and socket joint. Question number 6. What is the name of the small Mediterranean island where the poet Ovid lived until Augustus sent him into exile, and where Napoleon was sent to live in exile in 1814? The answer is Elba. Question number 7. What was the name of the conservative Republican president of the United States who refused renomination and almost certain re-election in order to devote the rest of his life to prison reform and increasing educational opportunities for Southern blacks? The answer is Rutherford B. Hayes. Question 8. Scientists think that at one time it secreted an enzyme that helped to digest the walls of plant cells. However, now it appears to have lost all functions and presents as the typical vestigial organ. The answer is the appendix. Question number 9. His second most famous line, delivered in his most famous speech, reads, "The humblest citizen of all the land, when clad in the armor of a righteous cause, is stronger than all the hosts of error." What man delivered this line before the 1896 Democratic Convention? The answer is William Jennings Bryan. Question number 10. The Tamil word for sauce is used in English not just for a certain kind of sauce, but for that combination of spices used by the Tamils to flavor their foods: cumin, coriander, cayenne, and turmeric. What is this word that is essential to much of Indian cookery? In short, it is just curry. Question number 11. What is the colorful two-word term used to refer to both an old-time Southern Democrat who would loyally vote the straight party ticket no matter who was on it, and now to an illegal type of labor contract in which a worker had to pledge not to join a union? They call those yellow dog contracts. Question number 12. The Snows of Kilimanjaro and The Short Happy Life of Francis Macomber are two famous short stories, in each of which an American dies while on an African safari, one of gangrene while the other is shot by his wife. Who was the author of these stories? Those stories were by Ernest Hemingway. Question 13. When Athens had to choose between Poseidon and Athena as their number one deity, they decided to give the honor to the god who made them the best offer. Poseidon created horses, but Athena won the contest for creating what? According to legend, Athena created the olive tree and won the contest. Question number 14. While the only crime defined in the U.S. Constitution is treason, what are the other two crimes that are specifically mentioned? The answer is piracy and counterfeiting. Question number 15. Named after an 18th century Swiss mathematician, what do we call the method used to solve systems of linear equations by computing determinants? The answer is Cramer's rule. Question number 16. Which amendment forbids double jeopardy in criminal prosecutions and forbids the taking of private property for public use without just compensation? Those are both described in the Fifth Amendment. Question number 17. What is the name of the essential halogen whose concentration in the thyroid is 60,000 times as great as it is in the rest of the body? The essential halogen associated with the thyroid is iodine. Question 18. What four words follow Any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never sin to know for whom the bell tolls. Never sin to know for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. Question 19. Used in cable lengths and water depths, what measurement was originally taken to be the length at which a man could extend both of his arms, but is now standardized at 6 feet? The answer is fathom. 1 fathom equals 6 feet. Question number 20. What is the name of the asteroid whose irregular orbit takes it nearer the Sun than Mercury, which is why it is named for a mythological figure who flew too close to the Sun? The mythological figure and the asteroid were named Icarus. Alright. That is it for today. Thank you for watching this episode of ROAD TRIpVIA. Check back tomorrow. We will have a new quiz at noon Central Standard Time. We do have the quiz, the competition coming up, not a quiz, the competition to do the intro for next month's trivia quizzes. I will be giving away all the money that I made in the first month as a monetized YouTuber, which is only like $170. It's not very much, but I'm going to give it all away to one person. The rules of that competition are coming up. I'll be posting them probably the end of next week. I'll post the video with the rules for that. Anybody can win it. It's not even really a competition. I mean, there's no skill involved. All you got to do is follow the simple rules. Somebody's going to get it. $170 in whatever currency you're currently accepting cash donations. Good luck. Here is question 21, the tiebreaker. When Charles Dickens visited it in 1842, he said, "It is sometimes called the City of Magnificent Distances, but it might with greater propriety be called the City of Magnificent Intentions, owing to its spacious avenues that begin in nothing and lead to nowhere." What now more populated city, laid out by Pierre L'Enfant, was he referring to? The city that he was referring to, and the one laid out by Pierre L'Enfant, was Washington, D.C. See you tomorrow.